Putting on the Marathon LPGA Classic is a 365-day effort focusing on far more than just golf. In part 3 of No Days Off, BCSN's Joel Sebastianelli sits down with management consultant Paige Ottaviano to discuss the tournament's impact on the community and planning its future with director Judd Silverman.
Do you have an example, perhaps a kid or some success story where you guys have put in the legwork and you've seen, oh my God, this really worked and people have come back because of a specific thing that we have done to help grow the game here?
I think with the growth or the way that we give back, it makes me focus on our charities. So we have this process that charities apply for, and if you are a charity this year or any year, we actually make you sit out 3 years before coming back, because we want to do as much as we can to spread the finances throughout Northwest Ohio. So I think about growing the game, and I know that's specific to the game of golf, but I think about growing the game within our community. And the way that I see it grow the most firsthand is with our charities. We had 29 charities this year. And you know, by the end of September, we usually know how much we are able to give away. And so we're in the midst of crunching those numbers.
As Sandy White says, it is impossible to not cry when you actually give away that money.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I've only been through a couple of the charity check luncheons, but the one last year was pretty powerful just because it was a COVID year. We didn't know what we'd be giving back to these charities. And when we realized that we were going to give back what our goal was, which was $600,000, it was amazing. We didn't really tell a lot of the charities that they would be getting the amounts that they requested. So it was a huge surprise to not only us, but then when we got to do this in November and give the checks out, that was really awesome to see. It is a grind, you know, come 2 weeks, a month before the tournament to even a week after. Like, we are here all hours of the day, all hours of the night, preparing for this tournament. And sometimes you lose focus of why you're really here and why you're really doing it. And then you get to do that charity check luncheon. That's what makes it all worth it, right there.
This is a lot of contracts, right? What we're looking at behind us,
Yes.
That's contracts to get something like that built. To put, you know, Marathon and Dana on flags and to sponsor the event, that's contracts. How do those all work?
You know, Judd has these relationships with the title sponsor Marathon, presenting sponsor Dana, all of our sponsors. Mike has a relationship with our scaffold company, our tent company, all of that. A lot of the conversations are, hey, this is what we're doing next year, and love you to be a part of the event. And you know, Marathon and Dana are extremely supportive of being the names and faces of this event. I think we're very different from other tournaments as well because of the established foundation we have in this community and with our partners and with our sponsors.
How long is the Marathon Classic actually here for before you have to sign to, you know, keep it going for the next X amount of years?
Through this year. Marathon and Dana, they evaluate if the value is worth their name on it, and I think it's a no-brainer. You know, especially getting back to our mission of raising funds for local children's charities. What's great about the LPGA Tour and their title and presenting sponsors is that everyone's a really big family. So a lot of our sponsors here and sponsors across the tour, you know, they're televised throughout other tournaments as well. So yes, you see Marathon Classic presented by Dana at this tournament on TV through the whole telecast, but there's also some television maybe at the Meijer or maybe at another event on tour. So it's nicely spread out, as with other partners, on our television for our tournament. And now it's just a matter of getting it all on paper.
You know, Judd's been doing this for a while. How did the two of you interact?
He is amazing. I mean, talk about someone who thought about bringing something to the city and just did it, and has been doing it for the past 36 years. He is so supportive of women's sport. He's so supportive of this community. You know, he's born and raised here in Toledo, and I think he's brought an amazing thing to this community. You know, we have a lot of great sports in the Toledo area, and to bring professional women's sport here especially in this day and age, is just awesome.